Hey friends, this is Yulia and welcome to my channel. Here I talk all things moving to Canada, living in Portugal, learning languages and much more. It's been a year since my husband and I moved to Portugal and I decided to look back at the video why we left Canada and see if the expectations met the reality. So let's see together how the past year been and make sure to watch this video till the very end because I'll be answering your questions. The biggest reason for us to move to Europe was to travel because flying from Canada might get very pricey, very pricey. So over the past year we've been to, 10 countries or so because traveling within Europe is super affordable compared to Canada. The tickets are literally 30 euro, 40 euro if you book in advance, because if you book for next week, they're gonna be super expensive. In June, we decided to go to a music show to Spain. We calculated tolls, gas, car maintenance, whatever. It was crazy. But then we just found tickets for a plane for 40 euros and I'm like, we're flying. Why would we drive, spend so much time and energy and gas and whatever if we can just fly? But the thing is, the hotels and the hospitality industry are still recovering from COVID, so the prices are still high, I would say, because for a weekend in Spain we paid 600-700 euros. But it's getting back to normal because I was researching our Christmas trip and I could find hotels for 700 for a week. Which is amazing because it's Christmas and it's a week, not 3 days. If you're planning to travel, I would say wait a little bit more and then the prices will be normal. The second reason why we moved to Portugal was being closer to the family, to our relatives. We wanted to go visit Russia, Belarus, but this one failed. If you follow the news, you know what's happening in the world, so no vacation at my grandma's for me, no vacation at my husband's relatives' place. So that one failed. But in January my mom came to visit. We went to Hungary, to Portugal, so at least something. And it's less flying for her because flying to Canada would be plus 6 or 7 hours. When we were moving to Portugal, we thought the cost of living would be lower, to be honest with you. All the friends who went to Portugal, they were like, oh, the prices are so nice, everything's so affordable, the hotels are cheap, food is cheap, easy. When we moved here, the prices, they were just ridiculous. Now it's even worse than a year ago because the prices in Lisbon are the same like prices in Montreal. But again, the minimum salary, it's two different worlds. Rent is high, food similar, utilities, I think it depends on what you're comparing because utilities here, for example, hydro, we pay around 80 to 100 per month. Euro. In Canada, we paid 30 to 40 Canadian dollars, which is 20-30 euros per month for hydro. But at the same time, we're saving a lot here on the cell services, on the internet, because in Canada, those cost a lot. And if you're planning to move to Portugal, I would say do your own research because people have different budgets, people have different needs. Some people are okay living in a room for 300 euros, others are not okay living in an apartment for 2k because it's too small, too something, not too bright, whatever. So there are a lot of options available on the market in Lisbon, but the prices, they're getting higher and higher. And I spoke to a friend and she's like, I'm looking for a studio. I can't find anything lower than 800-900. Last year, for that money, I think you could easily rent a one bedroom. What surprised me a lot was Portuguese people. While some people are super nice and welcoming and friendly and they would talk to you for hours, invite to their places, there are a lot of interesting Portuguese people online. Every time I say something about Portugal, I get hate go back to Canada, go back to Russia, because of you, the rent is high, we have no job, the minimum salary is garbage. I have nothing to do with low salaries and the lack of housing. It's the Portuguese landlords who rent those apartments out for 2k, for 3k, for 9k. It's not me. I'm not paying 9k for an apartment. It's Portuguese landlords who do that. So it frustrates me a lot because I've never had that experience in my life. On my Russian channel, people would be hating, but it would be oh, I don't like your t-shirt. On my English channel, Canadians, Americans, they'd be like, you're not quite right, or I hate your lipstick, but it's also okay. when I started posting about Portugal, people just like, well, that's not true. Well, go back then. Why are you like filming videos about Portugal? But this is my experience. A local's experience will be always different from an expat's experience. If you talk to a Canadian person, they would be saying the same things Portuguese people saying. Low salaries, no affordable housing, blah blah blah. And then if you ask expats, they would be saying lots of jobs, good salaries, a lot of housing. So the country doesn't matter. It's always about locals and expats. Those experiences are super different and I don't understand why people can see it. The next one I knew was gonna be hard, and it's the seasons. While my husband enjoys going to the ocean on a Christmas day, going to the beach, enjoying this heat waves, I honestly struggle a lot. And now I'm kind of feeling it again. If you haven't seen my video about my struggles with the seasons and whatever, moving to Portugal, go watch this video after. But it's like I underestimated how hard it's gonna be without winter, without fall, without my like pumpkin spice lattes, without my stuff that I'm used to. Yes, some of you might say, oh, it's consumerism, it's America. Yes, but you feel the holiday, you feel like, I don't know, you feel like you're in a movie, I don't know, you have this beautiful golden leaves and it's like super nice and chilly and like this crisp air. I cannot even like describe it to you. It's different. I don't know. Some people move to Portugal because of the weather, because they hate winter, they hate fall, they hate spring, they just love summer all year long. For me, not a fan. I'm planning my Christmas trip already. I'm like almost done planning it, so I'm gonna just go for a month, spend some time with snow, with Christmas trees, with like, you know, this chilly weather, and just, you know, chill. Another thing that I was not prepared for was the slow lifestyle. I knew that southern people are kinda, you know, slow, I guess, but it's just a whole different level. So everything is a mania, which is tomorrow. Like, you need to fix a door? I'll come, a mania. And then a mania, nobody comes. And you're like, but I'm sorry, where's the person? Amania. For example, we got the ACs installed. It's been 2 weeks of amania, and one of them is still leaking. I don't understand. Like, I come from a culture, from a country where you pay money, you get your service. Here, you pay your money and you get it amania. I'm truly fascinated by the slow living and how people enjoy their lives, and like, they don't care about those, you know, careers and like whatever, you know, the typical American culture, like the hustle culture. But at the same time, like, there's so much more potential. Like, you can literally fix the AC today, get your money, and then go tomorrow do something else. And then people are like, oh, we don't have enough money. Well, maybe you should do everything hoje, not amanhã. By the way, if you're looking for an app for all those like fixes, pet wash, I don't know, AC installation, there is an app called Oscar. I literally called the guy, 20 minutes, the shelves are installed. So if you don't want to wait till amanhã, just get the Oscar app. Super easy, also available in English. What really surprised me about Portugal is that people speak English a lot. When we were moving here, many people said that it's gonna be hard for you if you don't speak Portuguese. And pode falar pouco de português, mas that's not enough. That's not enough. I can start the conversation, but then Portuguese people will continue the conversation in English because they want to respect you. At the same time, I want to respect them, so I speak Portuguese. And it's like, you know, you speak Portuguese, they reply in English, and it's this like interesting communication. But everywhere we went, and we went to many places in Portugal, from like Braga to Faro, Portimao, like to a lot of places, people speak amazing English because I think they learn English in schools. Then all like the movies, they're all in English with Portuguese subtitles. And I guess there are a lot of tourists. That's why people are kind of forced to speak English. Honestly, I was not expecting that. I literally thought I would come to Portugal, I'll have a month to learn Portuguese and then speak Portuguese only. But now I'm trying to like balance those two. And now to your questions. So a lot of you asked me about, Yulia, which one is better, Portugal or Canada? And guys, it's getting harder and harder to answer this question because I love Canada, I love Montreal, but there are a lot of things in Portugal that are way better than in Canada. For example, healthcare. For example, all the services. Like in Canada, there is no app that's gonna come and fix your thingy in 15 minutes. If you wanna order like something from a corner store, forget about it. Well, you'll have a grocery delivery like 2 days from now, but the same day, like 15 minutes from now. Impossible. Banking system, like, I love it how you can send money with the SMS. Or the best part is, I learned like literally last week, you can send money to an ATM. So let's say you need to give your friend some cash. They go to an ATM, enter your code, and withdraw money. Like, what's going on? Honestly, I've never seen that in my life. So for me, and of course, traveling. Traveling is like super affordable, love it. So for now, I'm enjoying my time in Portugal. Do I see myself living here for the rest of my life? No. Miss Yulia will die without snow. Miss Yulia will die without fall. I can handle this situation for like 5, maximum 7 years. But for the rest of my life, no. Do I see myself living in Canada for the rest of my life? Maybe. I feel like there are a lot of countries that I've never been to. Maybe there are like better places than Canada and Portugal. So who knows? Another question about Canada, Portugal was, do you prefer to live in Canada or in Portugal? Feelings-wise, Montreal. Like, zero questions, zero doubts. Montreal, I just cannot explain. The city is a whole vibe. If you've never been to, you should go and feel it for yourself, because Montreal is different from the rest of the Canada. It's just like, I don't know, I just love this city. It has everything I need. It's not like super huge. You can walk everywhere. By the way, someone asked me how walkable is Portugal/Lisbon. Lisbon is pretty walkable, I would say, but it depends where you go and where you live, because if you live uphill and then you need to go downhill, it's fine. But if you want to go home, like my knees were like, bye-bye, Miss Yulia, bye-bye, we done. Just get those, fake kneecaps and you're good to go. Because honestly, my knees were killing me. And I walked in both cities. Both Montreal and Lisbon are super easy to navigate. You can always take Uber or Bolt or a bike. So I would say they're like on the same level of walkability or reachability or navigation. Some people wanted to know about building social circles, about meeting people in Portugal. Well, for us it's been, I guess, okay. We go to meetups, we go to different events, we talk to people online. So if we see there's a connection, we'd be like, hey guys, let's go out for a dinner or like for a walk or whatever. So it has not been a problem at all. There are a lot of events for like IT people, Web3, crypto, for foodies, for anything basically. One event that I couldn't find is an event for designers. So if you guys know any designer events like product, UX, graphic, whatever, let me know, because I really want to connect to my fellow designers in Lisbon, but I couldn't find anything like related to that at all. One of the questions was from my friend, and she asked me how is the December-January period in Lisbon, and I would tell you, it's freezing. It's horrible because it's cold outside, it's cold inside, it's just not pleasant. But do you want to know how to spot a tourist? If you see someone wearing shorts or a skirt or a dress in December, British or French tourists, 100%. So I guess it just depends where you're coming from, because when we went to Romania, it was minus 20 Celsius there. We came back to Lisbon, it was plus 17, and we were like, we're gonna sit on the patio, no coats, no nothing. The next day we were like, it's freezing in here, my friends. Some people also asked me about education in Portugal, and I have good news for you, because I'm planning to film a whole video about education in Portugal, because I've heard it's free and you can get citizenship. So make sure to follow this channel to learn more about education in Portugal. But overall, I heard good things. It's not super expensive, let's say, like Canada, but at the same time, there are not that many job opportunities, I would say. So I'll make a whole separate video. And the last two questions, what do you dislike of being in Portugal? And number one, no seasons. Number two, no music shows compared to Montreal, because here literally 2 bands come a year, and I'm like, yeah, cool. So we have to go to different countries, different cities, and people might say, oh, but that sounds so fun. Yeah, but it costs a lot. So going to a show, 100 euros per ticket or like 1K for a weekend. It's like, it's a 10 times difference. And the second one is, what's your future plans? And I have honestly no plans whatsoever. The plan for now is to stay here, enjoy Europe, get passports, and then I don't know, honestly. 7 years ago I planned to come to Canada, stay, get my Canadian passport, but that failed. So ever since then I stopped planning anything, and I'm like, let's go with the flow. We'll see where we end up being. And this is it for today. I hope the video was helpful, interesting, you learned something new, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!